Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to Donkey Kong Country 2, the Lost Levels, where last time we completed the 3rd and 4th level of World 6, and today we are going to be continuing on and probably finishing World 6, and I just thought I would show the save screen here, because it's not something I was able to show at the end of my last video, and to put it into perspective here, just how long we have been playing this ROM hack, 5 hours and 40 minutes, it only took me just over 4 hours to 102% my file when I played this game, or the original game rather, for a Let's Play several years ago. So it's definitely taking quite a bit more time to make it to the end of the Lost Levels, and I hope that all of you have been enjoying it. I know that the last video was quite long at like 40 minutes, and there have been definitely a few ranging around the 30-minute mark, but you know, I guess I'm not really sure what the reason for that is. I mean, the levels are definitely getting longer, but I guess I'm dying a few times as well. I don't feel like I'm playing that bad though, so I don't know what is up with that, but the main thing is that everyone is having fun. Today we have Devil's Dungeon though, and the main enemy we're going to be introduced to here is these guys, and they go back and forth much like the Rock Crocs do from Stop and Go Station of Donkey Kong Country 1, and I believe that touching them in any way will deal damage to you, and I do not believe that there is any way to kill them, so basically just like the Rock Crocs from Donkey Kong Country 1. And we have this kind of weird section over here, and I think if we drop down we can actually get a balloon from somewhere. This must be in the middle. Oh, and it's actually a blue balloon, so basically an infinite source of lives. And there's kind of a weird crevice there that I do not believe we can enter. Yeah, so like an infinite source of lives if we die at, you know, the first half of the level. Once we get to the midway point, we're probably on our own, so, you know, maybe we actually want to die a few times in that case and build up some one-ups. Also, is this a guy? No, I was actually kind of scared there for a second. We don't want to jump too high, though, because then we would totally destroy that guy up there, but we did it correctly. We solved the puzzle. There we go. We are now, you know, Professor Layton approved. Looks like there's some crazy stuff going on with walls here, though. So, I mean, I would definitely appreciate that guy, you know, to use him to maybe break open one of these. I don't know. I mean, it definitely looks like they are different color from other walls. Like, there's definitely a little bit of a lighter thing going on there. But the walls in the castle kind of tile set are strange, where, you know, they just kind of go from one color to the next. I used to, as a kid, thinking, you know, maybe where they were lighter, that meant that you could go through them. Does not seem to be the case at the moment, though. Of course, this level replaces Chain Link Chamber, which was one of the levels as a kid when I played the original Donkey Kong Country 2 that totally threw me for a loop. And also, am I holding a chest? For a second I thought I was, you know, maybe it was just, you know, a really dark color palette or something like that. But now on closer inspection, and with the help of Dixie, we can see that it is actually indeed I'm holding something invisible. So if I throw it, yeah, it actually was a chest. Thankfully, it just had bananas in it though. Also, if we fall down here, there's the K. You know, we can all sleep well at night knowing that we did not accidentally miss that. My point being, though, that Chain Link Chamber had a lot of secret passages hidden inside walls, which I was not a huge fan of. And whoa, we almost got hit by you. Can we... Okay, that guy is very kind of tough to get by. So we want to continue to the right, not get hit by that guy. So this is kind of an interesting case here where I've noticed a couple times in this hack where kind of ropes or chains have not been, I don't know if they're not placed correctly or if it's just some kind of glitch, but like, for example, it definitely looks like I should be able to continue to the right here, but I am not. And, you know, as a result of that, when trying to transfer to that chain on the right, I got destroyed. So I guess we'll have to get back there. Well, that guy's color palette is definitely a little bit off. Part of the reason I think that some of my videos become quite long in length is because I typically do not, like, cut always, you know, in between deaths and such. Or I'll leave in a lot of the process of me, you know, like, finding out where bonus games are and figuring out puzzles and such. And wow, I totally forgot that, like, that guy was there. Guess we'll have to continue that story in a second. That's so interesting, because I don't think that his palette was wrong. And then after using the TNT barrel, so are all these incorrect palettes somehow connected to TNT explosions? That would be so, like, and then there's that guy, and then there's me getting hit by that guy. Wow, this is just bizarre all over the place. But again, you know, because I'm cutting, that's definitely going to cut down some of the videos. I'm not that I think there's any problem with longer videos. I mean, people do have, you know, have seen to have been enjoying them. We're not going to be fooled by this again. But I suppose maybe, you know, trying to fit through that gap. It's just very tricky considering there's not really any room to transfer to that horizontal chain. And then the guy moving at Mach speed does not help. I'm never gonna be able to tell this story. So that's it. This story is over. Next time I come back, I'm talking about something different. I touched them and I still didn't get them. Also, this guy's kind of scary because if I mess this up, since I don't have Dixie to, you know, partner up with, I'm not sure if I can, you know, get back from that lower platform up here since the enemy that I just bounced on no longer exists. But, you know, let's not mess up and just, you know, it's not something we're gonna have to worry about. So yeah, I cannot transfer to that horizontal chain, which means I just need to time this guy perfectly. Oh, but it's just very scary. Because of course you want to wait for the climbing guy to get as high as he can before you jump. You know, to reduce the chance of something going on. Okay, so then again though, I can't just kind of climb there. I have to make a really awkward transition to the chain on the right. Okay, so maybe I'll just hang out here. I can... Okay. It was very awkward, but it worked out in the end. A little do you know though that this was all just a ploy. All of these deaths so that I could continue to, you know, get that blue balloon at the beginning of the level. We're up to like 500 lives now. It's perfect. No, we're not up to that many, but you know, the more the merrier. I don't think that this level and the next level are anything too serious. I definitely remember Windy War being my least, well, not least favorite, but most, you know, trouble-inducing level of the hack. Or not the hack, rather, but at least of this world. And since we're past that, I think that length is the main thing we have to worry about with these levels that are going to be played today. Rather than, you know, the fact that they're, like, super tough or anything like that. But, I mean, they have been, you know, destroying me a little bit so far, so who am I to talk? I mean, I guess we have to enter this one because of the Diddy Barrel. Could have gotten the coin if we went over there. It's funny that saving was actually an issue in the last video. For some reason, Windy War just did not have any coins hidden in it. Now, this is a really awkward thing to time because they does not move nearly as far to the left and right as I would like. So that's probably going to take a few times of trial and error. Man, I open up my big mouth about things not being difficult, and suddenly the difficulty ramps up to 10 out of 10. Who would have thought? Actually, now that I think about it, isn't there like... No, not like that. Like that. That is just such a ridiculously hidden secret, and that took me so long to find the first time that I played. And it's just so reminiscent of exactly what Chain Link Chamber stood for, and just secrets hidden in all of the walls. So, you know, basically you just gotta rub up against all of them, or else you're not gonna find anything in this level. Okay, so that was a kind of poor play at that. So yeah, I guess we actually need to go down now and complete that bonus game, but where exactly are we? This is very scary. Okay, so we're just kind of right here, and we can thankfully just keep going into the left wall here. Is there anything on the right wall? I'm actually not completely sure about that. But yeah, I'm not sure. You know, the author was just so inspired by the impossibility of, you know, the DK coin that's hidden in Chain Link Chamber that they just really wanted to replicate that experience of never being able to find anything. Can't say I totally agree. Well, there's a coin, but it's not the coin that we're looking for. Yeah, I saw that one coming. You gotta be strategic about when you grab that thingamabob. Okay, so, am I gonna hit a zinger down here, though? That's the, well, no, not a zinger, rather, but, the fly guy. Totally don't want to accidentally do that. Thankfully. Bonus games are super nice, though. I mean, there's, like, unlimited tries. I think in the Donkey Kong Country Returns games, for some reason, if you fail a bonus game, you, like, can't retry it unless you exit the level and come back in? I think that's the case. It's been a little while since I have played any of the Donkey Kong Country Returns games, but I for some reason feel like that's something that they do. And I cannot say that I approve of that. I'm not sure why they would do that. Yeah, bonus rooms are definitely an area where the Donkey Kong Country Returns games lack, especially since, you know, they're very repetitive. Where instead of, you know, being creative like this, it's like, you know, go find that token, battle your way through like 1 billion enemies and make it... Oh, actually, okay, I can do that. I was waiting for them to go back to the left, but that never ended up happening, and we have all the time in the world to jump to that platform. We are up to 70 bonus coins, meaning that there are only 5 remaining. Two of those would be from bosses, so I think we only actually have 3 bonus rooms left to go, because, of course, in the Lost World, every bonus room is actually for a DK coin. Okay, so there we go. So this time we're on the left side. Does that make this any easier? Okay, see, I swear I probably clipped that zinger. It is just so close. Hopefully, there, I was about to say, hopefully we're almost at the checkpoint. But much like the other levels of this world, it seems like the checkpoint comes much earlier than kind of the halfway point. Or I don't know if that was true about them. endless elevator, where the checkpoint actually didn't show up until after the end, yet the second half of the level was definitely much more difficult than the first half, thus making it kind of feel like the second half of the level was longer. I thought maybe I could jump on you and destroy you. Hopefully there's a DK barrel coming up at some point, making that hit, you know, a total, you know, non-issue. No, I don't want to be hit by that guy. Although I definitely feel like maybe there would have been a secret inside this wall. Or have we found all the bonus games in this level? How many have we found so far? I think we found one. I think there's probably at least one more, so we'll keep that in mind. But we will use the TNT barrel to destroy that guy. Can't say I'm too upset about these kind of developments. And there is the end. The end is the only letter I've collected. Totally everything else has been abandoned. Also, whoa, that is a very thin platform to try and grab onto. So let us continue on, although I definitely do not trust this guy. Definitely feels like there's some kind of secret hidden over to the right. But how do you time this? If I had Dixie, this would be very easy. Do I try and jump in front of you and then over you, or do I just do a massive leap to over you? Well, that was beautiful. That was just a grade A performance there, Andrew. Wow. Couldn't have done that better if I tried. So there's these guys called Crunchas, which I was, very kindly reminded of in the comments of the previous video. It's really interesting because the red ones walk off of edges, meanwhile the blue ones will stay on whatever platform they are walking back and forth on, which is kind of the opposite of Koopa Troopas in Mario, where red ones will stay on whatever platform they're on, while the green ones will walk off. Who knows who made that decision? I guess probably obviously not the same person who made the decision of what the different colored Koopa Troopas should do. I really love that Super Mario World has 4 different colors of Koopas, where you get the green ones, which are totally, just your typical ones that walk off ledges. Okay, we can actually do this with Dixie power this time, which is very nice. I mean, it still actually didn't help, but I mean, it was worth it. At least the DK coin, we never have to worry about picking that up again, even if we die. Wow, what a coincidence that that actually happened. But the different colored Koopas, I mean, the green ones just walk off ledges, the red ones stay on ledges, the yellow ones will walk off ledges but they walk faster, and the blue ones will stay on ledges but they walk faster. So I liked that there was kind of that variety going on. I don't think that different colored Koopas have ever really been brought back in a Mario game since then. Of course, the blue shell comes back in New Super Mario Bros. 1 for the DS, and it acts as a power-up where, of course, Mario can wear it and slide around. And I don't think that the blue shell power-up ever came back after that, which makes absolutely 0 sense, considering how much fun I think it was to slide. I mean, there's like the penguin in some of the later games, but I do not find that to be anywhere near as fun. The penguin slides down hills, big deal. But the shell, I mean, you could just, get running speed, Mario would go into the shell, and you could just cruise through the level like that, and I thought that was so much fun. And I don't really understand Nintendo's mentality. It seems like every game they're just so focused on, introducing new suits that they do not even consider some of the cool suits and elements that already exist in the Mario universe, and, bringing them back and using them in cool ways. It's always just about, what can we, create merchandise of? Oh, Mario in a Tanuki suit. I mean, of course the Tanuki suit is a Mario 3 thing, but now even just a regular leaf gives Mario kind of the Tanuki squirrel look, which I don't agree with. I mean, I like it when Mario just has the ears and the tails, but of course, it is not nearly as easy to merchandise on that, I suppose, which, it's a shame. Whoa, okay, that could have been very scary if I had not been holding the jump button. That is one of those cases where it's like you get one shot at landing on that guy, and if you fail that, I'm pretty sure that your only option is death, because, I mean, he's not going to come back once he's dead. And hey, look at this! This is actually almost kind of reminiscent of one of the bonus games that you would normally see in Donkey Kong Country 1, where you have to keep jumping on the clap traps to, get the bananas, until eventually you jump on them enough times that, you get some kind of prize. Usually not something, anything, super amazing, but you get a prize nonetheless, and you're just kind of making progress here. I think we are actually kind of coming up towards the end, and I've made a lot of silly deaths, so I guess, reason why my videos are like 5 hours long confirmed. Am I stuck here? I do not like this area, kind of alcove that I have managed to get myself into. Whoa! Okay. Okay. That was actually very risky, and there's going to be you doing a thing. Can I trick you into coming over there? Yes, I can. Thank you very much for running off screen. I greatly appreciate that. And, whoa, 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 whoa. It's just a That is all we know how to spell for today. But yeah, Nintendo, stop just, making new power-ups and do a cool thing with the ones that you have. I do really like that the raccoon suit came back, in its plain form, I believe, in New Super Mario Bros. 2. It doesn't even look like, the Tanuki suit graphics. It's just the plain old Mario 3 raccoon suit placed in Mario 2. And, being able to fly is actually really cool. Because typically in Mario games these days, you get like, the propeller suit or the squirrel suit, which gives you like a double jump. But actually being able to fly in a Mario game again, it was really neat. I mean, of course, there's Mario Maker for that too. Mario Maker is awesome. I am super excited for the second one. That was very scary. What do we have going on here? Oh, that's the end. Okay. And there's not even a time limit on this barrel. So we can kind of just, I guess, go anywhere we want. Although before I go down and get destroyed by a red zinger in a hilarious fashion, suppose we should beat the level and we should probably pick up a coin. I think we actually have enough to save anyway. But, oh well. 5 coins. Yeah, so Devil's Dungeon, not nearly as, scary as the name would make it seem. Good job running on air there, Dixie. You are just fantastic. And that actually finally gives us access to Funky's Flight, so we can go back and, access earlier points in the game, farm for lives, whatever we wish to do. I was told by M. Rose, actually, that people have been asking about Reptile Rise and whether or not it has an exclamation mark yet. It is unfortunately, I think, the only level in the game that will never, ever have an exclamation mark due to the fact that the third bonus game in there, because Squawk Shaft, which normally takes that level's position, has 3 bonus games, and for some reason, the hack creator never put the third bonus game in that level. Instead, they put that really weird bonus coin at the end of Boat of Begins, which just kind of, floats there. And that apparently does not count towards kind of any exclamation mark flags. So since there's that bonus game in replacement of the one that would have been at the end of Reptile Rise, there is just, for some reason, no way to ever get the exclamation mark on that level. So I'm not sure why the hack creator made any of those decisions. But I guess, unfortunately, that's just one that we're going to have to do without. Thankfully, though, we did find all of the bonus coins in Devil's Dungeon. And that leaves us with the final level of World 6, Slippery Slope. And it is actually a level of the ice variety, yet it plays the music from the Beehive levels, which is kind of a cool combination. I mean, the Beehive level music is very, suspenseful. It gives you that kind of, tensed up feeling. Things are going to be difficult. Things are going to be tough. Get ready for a battle. And I definitely get that feeling from this level. I think, the palette's very nice. The ice physics do not help in any kind of way. These guys are called Click-Clacks, I believe. And not skitter scatter things as I've been calling them. I am not the encyclopedia of Donkey Kong Country enemy names, but I am very thankful for the people who are around to correct me on my mistakes when I make them. Overall, though, this level is, as I said, an ice one, and it's cool actually because World 6 is normally where ice theme levels are introduced in the normal Donkey Kong Country 2. Of course, we saw Deep Dangerous Doors in the 4th world, which is, of course, the one that infamously broke my game when I played it the original time, deleting my save data, but it has been so much fun replaying the game with all of you, so I cannot say I really lament the loss of my save data all that much. In fact, it's been a very common thing for me over the years to lose my Donkey Kong Country save data. I think I've probably lost it in all 3 Super Nintendo games at some point. For some reason, I mean, I think I got all 3 Donkey Kong Country Super Nintendo games used, so the contacts were probably dirty, and when that happens, there's always like a chance that when you turn the game on, your data is going to be deleted, and I can just not play today. I don't know how that is the thing. I mean, the levels are not that hard, this one and the previous one, but it's just been not my day. No idea why, but I guess I'll get back to that point and we'll continue that story. Basically, though, my Donkey Kong Country games were very deletion prone, and it was never fun as a kid. I mean, these days I can breeze through those games no problem, but I don't know, now we can't even figure out what the Dixie barrel is all about. Well, that is just no fun. This is what I get for being terrible at video games. No, I don't know why. Just today, seem to be having trouble with even the most basic... What am I even experiencing here? That was kind of not expected, but it doesn't appear to be doing anything, so I guess we'll leave that be for now. Might have to go back and investigate that Dixie barrel later, Hopefully, even if we, maybe it's not required for a bonus game or anything, but hopefully I remember to go back and have a look at it. What are the chances, though, that, I die in extremely silly fashion at some point? I wonder if we could actually go back with Radley and find out what we were missing. It looks like this is actually going to be very possible. I can see this is going to be an animal buddy, though. But yeah, ice levels do not normally appear until the 6th world, making them kind of a... Oh, okay. Well, who am I playing as right now? What is even... Can I enter the Diddy barrel? Because I had Diddy, and then I died from that guy. I don't know. I thought that there was enough room between him and where I would be shot out from the barrel that it would not cause a problem. But how do you even get into that barrel in the first place? This level is asking a lot of mysteries that I just do not have the answer to. Thankfully, it says, like, it gives you access to as many coins as you want. One thing I did notice at kind of the beginning of the level here, though, that there's actually prime opportunity to bounce on a whole bunch of guys. So let's do that. No, they're not close enough, so I mean we can do that. That one's off screen. We have that. Oh, if I had been able to bounce on him again. I have always wanted to get an extra life from bouncing on enemies naturally in one of the first 3 Donkey Kong Country games. We talked about this at one point earlier. Also, where was that Diddy barrel? Is it like up here somewhere or something? That is just so bizarre. I have no idea what is up with that. At least this will give us the chance to access that Dixie barrel, provided we do not lose Dixie in an extremely silly way, which would not surprise me considering how today is going, but we'll do our best to not let that happen. Okay, so see, we're gonna not do that. That's exactly what we didn't want to do, but if we throw you up here, we can do that, bounce on that. Okay, where does this go? It is purely for bananas, so we actually weren't missing anything anyway. I'm totally disappointed. We'll destroy you with him. Very nice. Yeah, so there's just a lot going on in this level. Like, but I came up a level from being below where I was before, so I guess camera shenanigans led to a death there. And then again, there's that Diddy barrel there, which just makes absolutely 0 sense. But yeah, ice levels are normally a pretty late game thing in Donkey Kong Country 2, which is pretty neat. There's that really strange, just like one single inside an ice cave level in the first Donkey Kong Country game. And it's a theme that's never used again. Why am I so bad today? Why, Andrew? Why? The mysteries of life. And still not an extra life from that. Like, just, what does it take to get an extra life in this game? Okay, so, like, there's crazy shenanigans going on. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're expecting of you with that weird Diddy barrel that we saw, but I guess we just gotta do what we gotta do. So, we will be able to get into that strange, oh, sorry, did I say Dixie barrel? I meant Diddy barrel. There are just barrels all over the place. Who would have thought that Donkey Kong Country had barrels? Like, what a foreign concept. We have made it much farther than this point, though, despite the fact it acts like this is my first time ever playing. And at this rate, they're going to take away my Donkey Kong Country 2 license. Please, no! That cost me $70 to renew that! I paused at the exact same time that I died. I don't think I've ever done that before in a Donkey Kong Country game. Huh! I didn't know you could do that. Have you ever noticed, though, how, like, license renewal fees are, like, such a scam? It's like, wow, here's my license. Please renew it for me. Oh, man, that would be, like, $1 bajillion. Why, thank you. I am so happy to pay this meaningless fee. Speaking of fees, though, my probably biggest pet peeve when it comes to fees is, like, when you buy a ticket for something online, like, maybe on, like, a site like Eventbrite or whatever, going to a convention. Like, what is that? I didn't even have a chance to react to that. Oh, Luigi, please help me! Beat the level for me! I can't do it on my own! But yeah, you'll be buying a ticket or whatever, and it's like, okay, the ticket's $40, and you've got your $40 ready, you've got it all budgeted out, and then you go to check out, and it's like, oh, but there'll also be a $5 processing fee. It's like, I'm buying a ticket online from a computer over the internet. Why is there an additional fee for that? You know, I don't, like, it's like, it'd be like if a cashier at a grocery store, you know, you're checking out your groceries, and like, oh, by the way, there'll be like a $2 cashier fee or something like that, and it's like, what is this even? So yeah, the fees are a scam, and you should never pay them. I mean, you'll probably like cut off your internet if they do that. I mean, you can't live without that. Anyway, I don't remember this level giving me anywhere near as much trouble when I played it the first time. Like this level was a very non-issue when I played it on my own, but in Let's Play Town, it is just doing everything to make it look like I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, I don't think that's the case. Also, I just noticed that we've totally beaten the entire world with Dixie. That wasn't even intentional. That's actually kind of funny. You know, let's just change the subject. Let's do it again. Hopefully for real this time. Alright, Radley, I don't like you and you don't like me, and I don't even think that this is like a spot where you can drop down. You kind of gotta do that weird thing where as long as you don't jump, you can walk off an edge and then press the jump button again to jump back up. I think that is so cool. Radley is such an improvement over Winky from the first game. But what was that even? That's it, Radley, I take it back. Winky is actually the superior reptile. No, frogs are actually amphibians and not reptiles, which is something I always, you know, kept getting confused when I was younger. But today, you heard the truth, and who said that, you know, you can't learn things from watching Let's Plays. I do actually really like Radley, though, just, I know, I guess in this case, mixed with the ice and everything. I mean, that's totally what I'm blaming this on, the ice physics. You know, the ice physics are what is destroying me. Anyway, let's see, what do we have going on here? We got a really kind of awkward jump like that. We also have a red zinger going around here. There's something going on to the right though. Like, where are we even? I think, okay, so I was just supposed to use that to climb up here, I guess. Despite the fact that I totally didn't need it. We can bounce on you. I feel like I'm missing secrets though. But then again, I don't want to go too crazy because, oh, okay. I was not expecting that. I don't want to, you know, do too many weird jumps because with the camera doing weird box things, it's like if I fall, even though it looks like, you know, I should be able to fall there and then just fall back to a platform I had previously used, sometimes the camera is like no good and you just get destroyed in the process. Well, that was kind of a blind jump. Not sure what I was supposed to do about that. And that brings me to where the N is. Also, I can totally go through this wall even though there does not appear that there is a reason to do so. Okay. Now, which direction is the correct direction? Like, where did I come from? This is... Okay, well, there's a balloon up there. What is even... Like, is this where I'm not sure. I mean, I would assume I'm probably supposed to go to the right. Except that actually wasn't correct at all. Because the bonus game was back to the right. Okay, that's just weird all around. But I did want to go back and do the bonus game again anyway. It looked like there was kind of a weird spot in the ceiling where we might have been able to jump up. I wonder if that's the case? Look for that hole. Yeah, like there's kind of a weird hole up here. I don't think it's intentional though. This time it seems to be a mistake made by the creator or something of the sort. Who knows? Anyway, there's some bonus games where time is very short, and then there's bonus games like this where there was tons of extra bonus of time, even though we spent like all day fooling around. Who knows what is up with that? Anyway, so it looks like we can go down here, or is this a kind of a place where I need to do like a double jump? No? Okay, well that's the checkpoint. I'm very happy I went down there. I definitely appreciate the checkpoint. So at least no matter what happens now, we never need to replay the first half of the level again. So it's time, it's time for the redemption arc. Let's try to beat the rest of the level without a death. My terrible comments aside about, these myths of being able to beat levels without dying. At least there is a one up there, so we never have to worry about getting game over. Not that I mean, what am I talking about? I almost just said, not that I think we're going to have any issue, but, saying that is just the ultimate kiss of death. Why do I even talk? This is now becoming a silent Let's Play. Charlie Chaplin, take it away. Okay, we'll try talking again, one more time. If talking doesn't go well, then I swear I will never talk again. So, those guys have been kind of glitchy at points throughout the Let's Play, but thankfully they're not too much. I mean, we just hit the checkpoint and already we're at the G. I mean, I guess the N, I think, was before the checkpoint too. Very strange how that worked out. So I think if we time this properly, we can actually get by without taking damage. So let's... go! Yes! So that's very tricky, but it is possible. Also, I would like Dixie out front. Although I don't think you can change partners on a slope. Can you change on this point here? Yes, you can. And man, this jump is just bad. I wonder if I could time a throw properly to knock you out. Yes, thank you very much. Let's actually play cautiously. I'm not going to say anything about beating the rest of the level without a death though, because we all know how that turns out. And also, I really do not like this. Can I do a thing where I throw? I guess it's just like the ice physics kicking my butt today. I mean, I'm just so sick of winter. It's like May in Canada, and it's still snowing. It's like, go away. Nobody likes you. Bring on the 40°C days. Okay, so what I was trying to do last time before I was so rudely interrupted was something like that. I don't know how that worked out. I was kind of what I was imagining, but yet, you know, I was kind of also expecting it not to go that well. And I think here we need to do kind of a crazy roll underneath the universe, and it somehow worked. Okay, okay. Okay. No! Whoa! Why did he go so far? I have never seen Diddy go that far before. This level is cursed, I swear. I don't know what it is about ice physics today that I can just not, you know, deal with. I remember in Mega Man 11, there's actually an item you can buy from the shop that like nullifies ice physics. Meanwhile, Mega Man games probably have the most forgiving ice physics of like any game ever, because when you jump, you lose all momentum, which just makes it so easy to control. Meanwhile, in a game like Donkey Kong Country 2, if the ice is you know, if you're sliding on ice, you still keep moving, and that does not make for easy things to deal with. Okay, so what have we got going on here? Can I get up here? Oh, that's the end. Well, I don't want any of that. Okay. We didn't find the DK coin. We do have the exclamation mark, though. I don't think I've pointed that out, but it is true. Can we bounce on you and get up here? It definitely seems suspicious. There we go! Level complete! Oh my gosh! And hey, another Dixie clear! Wow! Wow, my mind is just so blown at how awful I did in that level. Wow! I apologize for that. I mean, hopefully it was funny, but that was not the intention. That level, you know, just puts me to shame. And we also have Dixie to take on the boss, which, wow, considering how today is going, I don't know if I should, you know, do the boss. I don't know how many tries it's gonna take, but you know what? Let's do it. Here we go. Let's do our best. Stronghold Showdown. Alright, boss, I'm ready for you. Let's go. I'm gonna take you on. There's you know, Donkey Kong materializing in. Wow, okay, so that was pretty tough. I don't know how I managed to pull that one off, but you know, first try clear. That's redemption for what happened in the last level. So with that said, K. Rool's Keep is 100% complete with the exclamation mark and DK coin symbol. Next time, it is the Flying Croc, but not before we go back and save, because there's no way I'm taking on the next level without saving. Let us save the game. I think I have more than enough money this time, Wrinkly Kong. In fact, just please take all my money. Down payments for the next times I'm going to try and save. 78%, 6 hours and 24 minutes. That took way longer than it should have. Considering a lot of it's probably going to be edited out because it was just dumb. That was just a bad video. But I hope that you enjoyed. Nonetheless, when next time we're going to be doing the first and only level of the 7th world, plus the normal boss of the game. And then, of course, after that, we have the Lost World still to deal with. So we're not quite at the end yet. But you know, thank you so much to everyone who has been supportive of this Let's Play. I'm so happy you've been enjoying it, and I hope you'll join me next time for the conclusion of the main game. So thanks, and see you later.